Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to do something about these rusty turbos. They don't look that good. Being exposed to the elements, this stuff has started to rust and it's pretty ugly. So I have coated this in the past with a high heat paint, and I mean the rust is already coming through after 1 year, and this is where it's been rubbed on by the tire. We won't talk about that. So I want to get these off and we're going to try something different. I've already got the passenger side taken apart. This truck has 2 turbos on it. I've got it disassembled. I have to disassemble it to get it off because you can't get to these bolts down here with the turbo assembled. Anyway, I got to get this thing sandblasted. We have to get all this rust off before we start the coating process. And a little bit of disassembly and plugging off these oil feeding drains will keep the sand out. Now I could just go and dig out my sandblaster I've got stuffed away in my shed and set these things up outside and blast them. But I've got a sandblasting friend not too far away, so I'm just going to drop him off and he's just going to quickly hit them, and we can get rocking on this project. All right, it's the next day. Everything is sandblasted, and what we're going to do right now is I'm going to hit everything with 400 grit sandpaper, because sandblasting will leave sharp little ridges. Like when you grab this, you can feel how rough it is. And just by rubbing it, like you don't have to go hard, just basically you're wiping it down with 400 grit. It gets rid of those sharp edges that stick out, which I've been told can actually protrude through the paint, and then you get these little rust specks. So I'm just going to quickly wipe down all this cast iron with some 400 grit. Then I'm going to clean it with some brake clean. After it's cleaned, we bake it. You can use a torch or you can just throw it in your oven, you know, if your wife's not going to be flipping out on you for doing so. 300 degrees for half an hour is what they say. That bakes out any of the moisture and oils that's in the cast. After you bake it, got to clean it again. So we're going to sand, clean, bake, clean, then we're ready to paint. Now when you bake it, show you here, you'll see the moisture come out of the metal. See that? Moisture, no moisture. That's what we're going to be after. Now as far as the paint goes, this is what we're going to be using, the Cerakote C-8200. This is the Glacier Forge color. It's supposed to be a flat color, which I'm totally fine with, as long as it doesn't rust. This is what we're going to go with. This is about $80 US, just for a 16-ounce bottle. It's probably way more than I need. You're only supposed to do 1 to 2 coats on this material. And I'm trying to follow everything they recommend. They recommend using the 100, I guess it's 100 micron strainer. So I've got the strainers. I picked myself up a little gun. This has the 1mm tip. I didn't have any of my other guns don't have a 1mm tip, so that's what this has. We do have to shake this really good. It says 5 to 15 minutes of shaking. So I don't know what material is in this, but I'm going to shake her up good. So I'm going to right now sand everything down. We're going to clean it, heat it, clean it, get it hanging, ready to paint. Going to get my gun ready to go, and we'll do this thing. All right, check it out, guys. Parts are all drying up nicely. It still has kind of like a satin finish to it, more than the flat, but it may dull up a little bit. It's not totally cured yet. But I'm digging that color. It's very similar to my grill color, which I wasn't totally expecting, but I mean, there's no metallic in it, but it's pretty close. Now, to give you an idea as to how much product we used just to spray those pieces, I filled this little guy. I'm not sure how many ounces this is. I filled this about 3/4 of the way. We still have some paint left in it. And I did one coat that was a little on the light side, and then I did a heavier coat after that. And I didn't even use this whole thing. And if this tells me how much. 100 cc stainless cup. So whatever that is in ounces, I guess I put about 75 cc in there. And I didn't use it all. So out of the 16 ounces, I mean, I got lots left, and I'm going to pour that little cup back in here, whatever's left in it. So they do sell a 4-ounce bottle. It's just a little guy. I probably could have got away with a 4-ounce bottle to coat all this. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I'm going to have lots left over here, but I'm sure I'll find something else to coat with it. And when they tell you to shake it, there's a reason why. Look, this is just from the cap sitting. How much stuff has settled to the lowest point of the cap. So there definitely is some heavier particulates that will settle to the bottom. So yes, you do have to shake it very well. So now I'm supposed to give this about 5 days to fully cure. It says it's fairly cured after 24 hours. So I'm going to let this hang for a day or two, and then I'll reassemble it and we'll mount it back on the truck. I should be able to handle it without leaving fingerprints or smudging anything. And I'll give it a full 5 days before I actually fire the truck up. So see you in 5 days. All right, guys, it's been 5 days. Let me show you how it turned out. Turbos are all mounted back together. That looks way better than rusty housings and center sections. It has kind of a satin look to it. Now, there has been no heat cycle sent through these yet, so we're yet to see how it holds up, but that's the initial finish after its 5-day cure. I even did the nut on the end of the, I guess it's the impeller, because it was rusty too. But it's looking way better than before. Like I'm stoked with how that came out. Like it's awesome. Yes, I still have to hook up my oil feed, so just ignore that, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at this. So hopefully it holds up for quite a while, because it is a pain to disassemble everything, mask off the aluminum, get it sandblasted, all the prep work. It's worth it, but it is a lot of work, and I hope I don't have to do it again. But now if you want to see how it holds up over time, I guess you'll just have to subscribe to my channel and just keep an eye on the truck, because there's going to be lots of videos coming out with this truck. So that being said, that's it for this video. They look fantastic. Cerakote for the win. We'll see you guys later.